Hi, I'm Melody Hildebrandt. I work for the Department of Defense by day, but tonight I'll be talking about why web capitalism doesn't need a bailout. So free markets are under attack, and if Amazon bestsellers are any indication, we're experiencing not only an economic crisis, but often also a crisis of faith. And the common sense solution right now is that increased oversight, more direct government intervention is what the solution is. And I don't deny that we have problems. Finance is a black box, we don't know where our money's going. A proliferation of middlemen has led to a lot of complexity and confusion, and we really don't trust the experts that we used to rely on. But the truth is, these problems are not inherent to free markets. And in fact, if we turn to the web, we can find examples of platforms that are embracing basic capitalist principles and not only avoiding these problems, but often addressing them head on. So today I'll be talking about three types of different platforms. The first is community markets, next social lending, and finally prediction markets. And these sites are embracing capitalism with some unexpected benefits. So first I'm going to begin with community markets. So for example, on Etsy.com, I was able to purchase a set of handcrafted soaps from a 15-year-old girl, Lacey. And I don't know what Lacey, but I know what exactly composes these products and where they come from. And what I love about this site is that I'm able to find high-quality goods, and because of the strong self-policing marketplace, I can trust them. And I'm not alone. Etsy's the fastest-growing selling site on the web. And while this is a community for people who are passionate about things that are handmade, I think it's important to recognize that it got there by first being a market, and people are connecting over the buying and selling of goods. That's something that's often lost in the debate about capitalism. So on April 21st, this was the top trending topic on Twitter for the entire day. And the Etsy community, not the company, decided to spread the word about how much they love how Etsy can connect them with high quality goods through aspiring designers. And this, the peer-to-peer marketplace extends beyond just buying goods. On Kickstarter.com, you can make a small contribution to a creative person whose idea you believe in. And the market aggregates all these small donations to collectively fund this person's project. And contrast this simplicity, this transparency with, say, the credit agency business, where there's an oligopoly of three companies. And at the end of 2008, AIG was receiving a AAA rating from Moody's. Where does this come from? No one knows, because the methodologies are a black box. So an alternative is being proposed by FreeRisk, which is an open source crowdsourced solution. So they're exposing that SEC data in a public API, which allows anyone to make their own risk calculator. And maybe a community of web geeks who are interested in finance can do better than Moody's together. So let's look at, transferring it over to peer-to-peer lending, where I was able, on Lending Club and Microplace, to lend directly to a family in the United States and to an aspiring entrepreneur in Kazakhstan. Money changes hands exactly once, and we never needed to go through a bank. And as an investor, I understand exactly what my risks and returns are, which at over 9% on Lending Club isn't too bad. And the system is purely free market. And it also can apply to, say, charity. And if I'm interested in, say, contributing to making Palestine a better place, I have two options. I can lend indirectly to an NGO, or I can lend directly to Elena in Ramallah, where $50 will fund 1/6 of the money that she needs to expand her small livestock business. And at lendforpeace.org, by contributing to a market, your $50 can go a lot further to helping the conflict. Turn to prediction markets. 2008 was a classic example with the presidential election, and people could go to intrade.com and bet on the expected outcome. And the site was remarkably accurate, only one electoral college vote off from the actual outcome. And it works by aggregating data, and this is how they're able to generate efficient forecasts. So people buy and sell contracts online on future outcomes, and that item's price is an indication of its probability. So you can also take this and apply it to companies. When, say, you're the manager of a paper supply company and you're considering the move into printers. So you want to be able to forecast what your sales might be like. And you could hire an expensive consultant, but what you really want to know is what your thousands of salespeople who are interacting with customers every day think. So what you could do is try to harness the collective intelligence of your distributed sales force by having an internal market. People could buy and sell contracts online on future printer sales. Hewlett-Packard decided to do this, and the market forecast generated through their prediction market beat the official forecast in 15 out of 16 cases. So this idea may not be so popular in the political and corporate worlds, where after all, people are paid top dollar for their presumed financial and business expertise. But who has time to sort through all these opinions? And honestly, who would want to? So we've seen some common themes today. Transparency, evaluating risk through crowdsourcing, community, connecting to a peer-to-peer marketplace, direct relationships, lend to a LANA rather than to an NGO, and bottom-up decisions. Forget the experts and find collective wisdom in your employees. So the internet is powering market forces forward, and we see what the examples are. Direct quality exchanges and improved efficient decision making. So let's remember lessons from the internet about how markets both can and should work. I blog at Transcapitalist, love to hear from you.